Being sick, what can I say? A lot. These past few days have been a bit of a nightmare. This period of my life had me going to the ER multiple times to telling a doctor I was quote-unquote not here. So sit down and get comfy. And let me take you through my struggles through the sick period. Now, most New York City kids have to ride the train by themselves. That's just how it goes. And since my middle school is in Manhattan and I live in Queens, I have to take AF or E train and a numbered bus to get home. So that's normally like a travel time of 2-ish hours? And that's a lot of fun, right? Well, since my sister is currently in college,
Hi, I'm in college.
she was having medical problems, so she needed our parents to go down and spend a day with her, which left me in Brooklyn with my grandmother.
Hi, Kev.
After a night of rest, I got up and went to Washington Heights to take my school picture, and then take the train all the way to my school, where art was in session. Skipping to the last 2 periods of the day, I had math. To be honest, math had always gotten the best of my mind. The chills, man. However, today was different. My brain was hurting more than it normally does. It felt like math was going to be my cause of death. How hilarious. While talking to my math teacher, I was quick to realize something. I could barely form a sentence. That's weird. Why is the room spinning? Okay, maybe that was an exaggeration. I didn't pass out. After the day was done, I hopped on the train and headed back home. While on the train, my head was still pounding. Were you such a crybaby? You couldn't do math? No. Okay then. Getting home was a struggle that day, and having my mom not come to pick me up from the bus was tough. I was a New Yorker. In the words of Alicia Keys, this is the concrete jungle. I mean, how could a jungle be concrete? I'm just getting sidetracked. The point was my head was hurting, and it felt like the concrete jungle was crushing my head. After some Applebee's with a blanket and being home alone waiting for my mom to return, I decided to turn on my favorite show and nap. Now, after a fever of over 100, I was not going to school the next day. My mom quickly realized that something was wrong when I couldn't dress myself to go to the doctor and see what was wrong with me. I had pneumonia! And those few nights were hectic, having the same routine over and over again. Eat, sleep, have nightmares, have dreams, use the bathroom, have dreams and nightmares about Harry Potter and not doing my homework. How tragic. But one night, my feet were dead cold. And my mom automatically assumed that cold feet equals dead Kevin, and we're off to the ER. I had experiences in the ER, none of them which were good. However, this time, we were escorted into a part of the children's hospital, and come a doctor that I'll nickname Angela Martin, because she displays some characteristics of the character in The Office. Since I wasn't in any form of reality, everything I was saying, this lady wasn't buying any of it. Doctor, my neck hurts. Oh, it does? What do you mean? Acting like I was insane. Listen, I understand that it's late at night. You're dealing with the kid that's sick. But at least act normal, please. So after Dr. Angela's crazy whatever the heck that was, she sent me off. And I never saw her ever again. Monday, I decided to go back, and hey, look, we're going to the Whitney. The exhibit we were visiting had something to do with Alvin Ailey, and honestly, I wasn't taking any of this. Let me set the scene for you. Imagine a dark room with a bunch of videos playing at the same time that's louder than the thoughts that are in your head. And every 5 minutes, you sit down on the cold floor and crisscross applesauce, the thing that you haven't done in years. And listen, and think, and try to participate and walk in the frigid, cold weather. That is honestly how the trip went for me. Now, I probably would have had a better time if I wasn't in pain, but I guess we'll never know. Now Tuesday. Tuesday was the day where I lost it. Instead of going to class and being the student I decided to go to the front desk and tell them that I was going home early. With mutual shock from the front desk having zero awareness of what's going on, they decide to call my mom. Kevin, she wants to speak to you. What's going on, Kevin? You're not going home. Yes, I am. Who told you were going home? Dad. So having that be a red flag, I walked to a 6th grade percussion class. The last period of that day, my mom came and drove me to the ER again. And guess who we saw? Dr. Angela. Our glorious doctor thought that I was crazy, and she was about to admit me into the psych ward. There's something buzzing in my pants, and I don't know what it is. This whole entire time, my mom was just thinking, shut up, shut up. She was fake and saying, something's ringing in your pocket? That's your phone, right? Phone. Echo, ring, ring. I was met with our assistant principal. The rules were no hoodies. Kevin, what's this? A hoodie. Why would you be wearing it? Because this is dress code. Is it? Why? Because it's our school's hoodie. And then I begin to point out our school's letters that were clearly listed on the hoodie that we should be able to wear without any consequences. I want to thank my mom for not putting me on the train and trusting that I would be able to navigate the complicated mapping of the New York City subway. I missed a lot of stuff, and honestly, I could do another video on it, but I don't think I'm going to.